Hello everybody, Prow here, and it is another Minecraft Bedrock Guide 1.21 episode day. And today we're going to do something dangerous, something crazy, but something super important. We're going to conquer, and I'm going to go over with you, Nether Fortresses and Bastions. They can be kind of scary places, but don't worry, I will make it nice and easy for you and safe. We're going to go over all sorts of pro tips and tricks on how you can stay safe inside of Nether Fortresses and Bastions, and I'm going to go over all the amazing loot that you can get inside of them, because there is some stuff that is must have. You have to go there to get it, like the Netherite Template, because I'm tired of using all diamond stuff. I want my cool looking Netherite gear. So let's get going. And to get going, there's a few very basic things you're going to want to bring with you when you go. Now, if you want to know everything that you should bring with you when you go to the Nether generally for traveling purposes, you're going to want to go back and watch my Nether episode. Now, we're a little bit more established, so we have more things. You're going to want to have either a totem or a shield. You're going to want to have an empty bundle to put various odds and ends that you find while you're going through and exploring and getting stuff. Obviously, you're going to want to have your good tools and your good weapons. I'm going to highly recommend, if you have an elytra, that you also want to go ahead and bring a diamond chest plate. That way you can have a little bit better protection against the wither skeletons, especially, and the blaze as well. Would be really nice. Bring yourself a stack of food. If you have elytra and rockets, bring yourself a stack of rockets and enough arrows for hopefully your mending bow that you're carrying. Unfortunately, I have about another 3 weeks that I have to use this infinity bow, so I'm stuck with it, sadly. Now bring a couple stacks of blocks, because we're going to use those to block wither skeletons later on, and maybe mark paths in terms of where we've already been and explored. And even though I'm not going to worry about bringing them, if you're prone to falling in lava, maybe bring fire resist potions. They're also pretty handy for fighting blaze if you don't have fire protection on your gear. And we have it on one piece of gear. That should be good enough for me. Also, don't forget, if you have one, to bring yourself an ender chest, and a crafting table is never a bad idea to have with you either. Okay, now I've gotten myself out here in the Nether. Now you have two ways to find Nether Fortresses and Bastions. In the Explore the Nether episode we did earlier, we did it the natural way. I just went around until I found some. We actually have another fortress right by our spawn area in the Nether, so that's pretty easy. And we explored around until we found a bastion. But now that we're going to go over them in a little bit more detail, I want to show you the other way to find them. And that is by using Chunkbase. If you go to chunkbase.com, go to apps, and scroll down, you can look up Nether Fortresses and Bastions here, and then you can get the exact coordinates of them for your seed number. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to change this to Bedrock, and then I'm going to type my seed number in, and then we're also going to want to put in our coordinates of where we are. I'm at X 185 and Z negative 960. So down here, 185, negative 960, and I can hit go, and this shows me where I am, and all these other dots are Nether Fortresses. Now I'm going to move out to ones that are away from the center, because again, I'm trying to stay away from ones that maybe Blue Jay has already done. Now, again, if you want to know how to best travel to these faraway locations, you can go back and watch my how to survive and travel the Nether video. But for me, I have elytra now, so we can just fly to it. So I need to fly out. I right clicked here, so it gave me coordinates. I need to go to 777 and negative 1239. All right, here we go. We found another fortress. Now, when it comes to Nether Fortresses, if you're like me and you have wings, you can pretty easily just fly in. But otherwise, for a fortress like this, if you come up to it from the ground, like, there's not going to be anything at the bottom. It's kind of like the legs that it stands on, right? There's nothing down here. What we can do, though, is we can kind of work our way up. You could pillar straight up if you want to, or you can do like I'm doing here and staircase up. That way you have a way down. Obviously, this is a little dangerous because we're over top of lava right now, but I'm holding down the crouch button. I can't fall off the edge easily anyways. And I think here, I'm just going to pillar up. Oh, man, that's a little scary. We can go ahead and make this a little bit safer. I'm gonna put up a little wall right here and get myself a little bit of a floor area as well, because I'm just a little bit afraid. That should help keep the gas from seeing me. I'm gonna put on my armor. I'm gonna break in. I'm gonna put my blocks on me here, and I'm going to make a safe area. What this safe area is keeping us safe from wither skeletons. Wither skeletons are 3 blocks tall, or more than 2 blocks tall anyways. So their heads cannot get past this. They can't get you. So every time I'm gonna travel here, I'm gonna block off every intersection just like this before I look, just to make sure there's no wither skeletons around. And then this will keep me safe as I travel around. This is why, one of the biggest reasons why we brought extra blocks, so we can do this. And now I can safely look through. We have a regular skeleton here, and we can just take care of. And then we can now look through and loot the chests, and always keep these blocks available on your hotbar. That way, if you see a wither skeleton, you can just block the way off. And I really suggest doing this at all intersections, or at least every few. That way you can't get jumped around a corner and get killed. Look. And we got our rib armor trim. This was the main thing I was looking for. We're gonna go through and see a few other features, but that's the main thing I wanted to get. Be careful when you go up these stairs. I feel like these are usual spawning spots for wither skeletons. The way fortresses work is they actually have like predefined spawning locations. We will go over those when we do a wither skeleton farm in the future, but there are regular locations that mobs will spawn at. It's not totally random like it is elsewhere in the Nether or in the overworld, etc. I hear blaze. Actually, I hear a blaze spawner. That's a blaze spawner. So we're about to find one of those here in just a second. They work just like other spawners. If you want to know how spawners generally work, you can just go to my spawner episodes that we did. I think we did 2 of them. But we do have a blaze spawner here. Blaze spawners, for the most part, are the same as regular spawners. The only real difference is they have a higher light level in which they can spawn mobs. So I just went through and I surrounded it with torches in the area. It should not be able to spawn anymore. One common trick is to use the glowstone and put glowstone blocks around it, and kind of like I did with these torches, and that shuts them off almost completely unless there's a spawn space down below. In this case, this guy doesn't have a good spawn space down below, so I don't have to worry about that. You can make really great and useful farms out of blaze spawners. We're not going to worry about doing that here at this one because it's pretty far away from our main base area, but still it's good to have, so we'll leave it there. Remember, it is against the law to break spawners, so don't break them. All right, I see a wither skeleton. He does not see me, but you do see we do not have little tunnels that we can use to protect ourselves. So we're going to actually make our own. I'm going to make a little intersection here like this. And this little intersection will keep wither skeletons from being able to get to us. This little thing right here, we're completely safe from wither skeletons. So I should be able to run up here. If he's still here. Hello? There he is. Now we're going to run away. And you can see he can't get us. Now, if I hit him right here, it's going to knock him off. I'm going to go over to this side, give him a little pop. Give him a little pop again. This leads me to the next thing I want to tell you, which is there's 2 drops that you really want to have at a fortress. One of which we got a few moments ago. That was blaze rods from the blaze. And the other one is from the wither skeleton. He can rarely drop wither skeleton skulls, which you use to summon a wither, which is required to get a beacon. And having a beacon is something we definitely want in the future. Also, another fun note is if you want to make more wither skeletons spawn so you can try to farm them, you need to clear the mob cap. I hit one of those guys. I didn't mean to do that yet. We've made them angry. This will allow for more wither skeletons to spawn in. And as I've traveled some more, I found the other important area I wanted to show you. Most nether fortresses, not all, but most will have this room in it. And this room is going to get you your nether wart. You can find nether wart in some of the chests, but this is the easiest way to get some. Now, we already got some in my world because we went to a nether fortress in the nether episode that we did, but I could always use some more. Oh!
Hello there.
Now, I spent a little bit of time exploring this fortress area, and it's actually really weird. I think 2 fortresses have generated on top of each other. This is very rare to happen. I don't think I've ever seen it before. And generally speaking, they're cutting themselves, like they're cutting each other off. It could even be messing with some of the spawning spots. I can't really quite tell. So it's going to make it a little bit harder for me to show you this, but this is a good area for me to show you. If you want to manually farm wither skeletons, if you want to try to get wither skeleton skulls without making a wither skeleton farm, this is not a bad place to do it. You want to be somewhere in a fortress where you're out over top of lava. And the more of these pathways, these bridges that go over top of this lava, the better, because that means you're going to have less mobs spawning around you, except for the fortress mobs on the fortress spawning spots. And then all you got to do is just travel around and keep clearing the mob cap, keep clearing out mobs that spawn, allowing for wither skeletons to spawn in these spots. And as long as you have safe locations like the ones I've shown you, please nobody come kill me, then you will have that possibility of wither skeletons spawning in, just like we do over here. Oh, and a wither skeleton skull. No, don't burn the skull. Please don't come kill me. So yeah, if you're looking to farm wither skeletons, oh, bye. And you want an easy way to do it without making some big, crazy, fancy farm, this is how you do it. Drag them into the middle, kill them with your looting sword, and keep clearing out the mobs. I think that's enough of fortresses. Let's move on to bastions because they are where our real prize is. Now, before we move on, did you know that I have merch? Meet the Hide and Seek Warden product line. My live streams sometimes ask me to draw things in MS Paint. You guys wanted to see these drawings become merch, so together with you, I made the Hide and Seek Warden. This design isn't about me, it's about you wanting to express how much that you like Minecraft. So be sure to visit my store on my channel page here on YouTube and browse through all the amazing products I have available, and keep a lookout because there are more coming. Okay, we're going to head out to find a bastion now using chunk base again, like I did before, but instead we picked the Bastion remnant finder. Now there are 4 different types of bastion remnants. I'm going to kind of briefly go over them here in just a moment. There's not really a big need for me to go over them in any like real big specific detail, but the main thing you're looking for is you're looking for the treasure bastion. You'll see if I hover over top of the brown dot on the bottom right hand corner of the map, it says type treasure room. If you're only looking for the Netherite template, the treasure room bastion is the one that you want to go to. All right, and here it is. This is a treasure room bastion. Now there are 4 different types of bastions, but for the most part, this treasure room one is the only one that really matters. But your 4 different types are the bridge, the stables, housing, and treasure. The stables will have hoglins spawn inside of them, whereas all 4 of them will have both piglins and that guy you saw walking right there, piglin brutes. Piglin brutes, they don't care if you're wearing gold or not. So don't think you can waltz into one of these things and you're going to be safe. That piglin brute, he's going to come after you anyways. Also, if you're using a shield and you try to block a piglin brute, he uses an axe, and axes will disable your shield for a couple seconds, making you vulnerable to attack. So also don't go in there thinking a shield is going to save you. Now, bastions do carry some special loot of their own that you can only find as loot inside of bastions. So, for example, there's the snout armor trim, which hopefully we find. There's also the snout banner as well. There is the netherite template. You can find those in here, and we're going to get one from here. I'll talk about that in a second. You can also find ancient debris and netherite scrap as loot in here. and Pig Step, the music disc, which is probably one of the best, if not the best music disc in all of Minecraft. It is a must listen if you've not heard it before. And then also you can find various pieces of enchanted diamond armor throughout the bastions inside of the chests as well. A couple other things to be aware of. Piglins, they don't like it when you steal their stuff. Literally, if you open or break a chest, they will come after you. You can loot the chest without angering the piglins though. If you place a hopper underneath it, you can then take the stuff out of the hoppers and the piglins don't care. So that is a safe way to do it. Or you could just kill them all.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
That's usually the way that I like to go. But I know that way is not safe for everyone. Now, the loot in all of the bastions are pretty much the same regardless of which type of bastion you go into. That's why I say it doesn't really matter a whole lot which one you go into, except this one, the treasure room. The treasure bastion has some special things. You can get enchanted golden apples in chests here, and you can get netherite ingots as well. But the big prize is going to be down here in the bottom, which is the netherite template. You can get a netherite template by chance from any bastion, but you will get one 100% of the time in the treasure pit of this bastion, the treasure room, as well as you'll get a big pile of gold blocks and a couple other things I'm going to go over with you as we go in. There's like 3 main pieces that the treasure bastion is made of. There's this bridge, which I can tell is right here because it's open, and there's like there it is right there, and there's like a pit of lava right there. This is the tower. There are several chests up there, so I think we will make our way up there eventually. And this really big area, this is the treasure room. This is where we want to break into. Now, there's a couple ways to do this. I've always done it the more, I guess, dangerous way I consider. Yeah, baby, yeah. Which is I usually go up to the top of it, which I don't even know if we can see the top of it. Let's take a look. And I work my way from the top down because it's a little bit easier to keep yourself separated from the piglins that can come after you. And has just always seemed like a longer way to do it, but a safer way to do it for me. But I've been told that another great way to do this is to actually break into the bottom. I'm going to see if I can find an easy way to do that, because I think we want to break in mostly at the ground level. Man, that's a lot of lava. So we're going to go down here. I am just going to try to carefully bridge out. Hopefully not anger anybody, especially if anything can shoot at me like him. Stay away. And then we're gonna poke our heads in right here. Oh, we've already made somebody mad. I'm a little scared of that. I'm gonna put a block right here just in case somehow somebody tries to come in from behind. Oh, that's not good. Oh, look, we are in. We're just a few blocks too low. So let's do this. Let's pillar up and we'll go in like right here. Now I'm going to poke a single hole first, because what I don't want to happen is, oh, see, I don't want these guys to be able to get to me. Let's go up one more block. So we got a lot of piglin brutes in here. What we could do, I'm a little afraid these guys are going to shoot me off into the lava. We'll put a little barrier right here. I think I'm just going to take them out. They can't get me. The guys with the crossbow, sure, they can shoot me. But we have a barrier back there. Crossbows don't really hurt that bad, especially if you have good armor. So I think we'll be fine.
Hello there.
Oh, God, that scared me. Why are you here? Oh, hi. And now they're all picking up the axe. They're like, oh, axe. I think we just yeeted all those guys into lava. Now, I'm not going to, like, actually poke my head in here until I hear slightly less angry noises. Okay, it's promising. I'm going to put a little barrier right here. Yeah, we're just going to keep guys from getting in from here. They could jump from above, so we do have to be a little careful. I do have my chest plate on. So if we do get attacked, we can out damage them for sure. Here's the thing. Oh, hello. So we're in the bottom. See how tall this place is? It's a lot of, oh, look, they want to get us still. All right, we're gonna kind of be, he's up there. Oh, see him? Bye. Okay, they can't, I don't think they can get us from above anymore. Oh, hi. Bye. So here we go. We're at the bottom of this place. Now, if I wanted to, and I probably do want to, if I can see anybody, I probably want to take them out. I know I'm in a safe spot now. Nobody can get me, right? So I do want to take out these guys that I can see, because this will make it less likely for me to get killed later on. And here is the treasure. We have gold blocks. We have 2 chests right there, one of which will have a netherite template in it. And then there is a spawner. That spawner is a magma cube spawner. This is the only place you can find that in all of Minecraft, a treasure bastion. And to tell you the truth, a magma cube spawner is a treasure all on its own. You can set that up to farm yourself magma cream, to farm magma blocks by turning the magma cream into magma blocks, and you can use it to farm frog lights. We will be making some of these farms later on, so having access to such a thing will be good. We definitely do not want to break. But here's the thing. We do want to shut that spawner off, because magma cubes, they are brutal. So now what we're going to do is this. We're going to run in really quick, and we're going to grab this stuff. This is going to spawn magma cubes. We can go one of 2 ways with this. We could either try to block the spawner, which is best to do from above. So we're going to get the loot first, run back over here to safety. We've cleared out our inventory to give ourselves enough space to, should be able to hold everything there. And then we're going to run back out here, get to safety, make sure that the magma cubes don't kill us. And then we will look into going up here and disabling the spawner. That way I can show you guys how to do it. Okay, we got 2 netherite trims, 5 netherite ingots, some pants. We got some like other generic stuff that's not really very consequential from just breaking those chests. Now we can go get the gold. I think some of it burned up. And then I do, oh man, I want to try turning that thing off. Okay, so the best place by far to turn off this spawner is from above. There's always this little bridge thing, overhang, that will take you to the spawner. Make sure when you go out here, and it's on the opposite side, make sure when you go out here, there's nowhere you're going to get shot by piglins. It looks like we're safe. I do think I've taken them all out. These guys we don't have to worry about. They're not aggressive. We're going to go over here. And we're going to try to find out where that spawner is. There we go. Goodbye. They should not be able to spawn this high, although it is possible when he spawns, he can't hit me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start blocking these spaces. So we're going to first surround the spawner. This will give us a little bit of a place that we can hopefully stand and be somewhat safe and not get dropped down into lava. We're clearing out blocks around like this. Oh man, they're close. And then we need to make a little diamond shape around the outside of this that goes out 4 blocks in each direction. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Look, he's trying. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And I say a diamond shape because you just fill it in like this. And once you do, these guys will no longer be able to spawn. Boom. We have now shut off the spawning. We're going to hopefully safely go back down to where we were. Oh, hello.
Hello there.
Goodbye. And the only reason that you need that top layer to prevent spawning is because magma cubes, the big guys spawn from this. The littler guys don't, I don't believe. I think it's always the bigger ones 100% of the time. And they are so large that if they try to spawn in the middle layer or lower layer that normally can spawn mobs from a spawner, their heads would be clipping into this top block right there, so it shuts it off. Now, I have got myself to the top of the same bastion just to kind of show you what the other strategy would look like. Normally, I would like pillar up to or fly up to this bridge that I showed you guys from the outside earlier. I would wall off these little side areas like this to keep the piglin brutes from coming to me. And I would kind of come out here, make sure there's no way they can get me out here, right? And now I would just start shooting from here, because you can kill pretty much all of them from the top. You just have to make sure there's no way that they can sneak around to get you. It's always going to be dangerous coming into one of these. There's no way to make it not dangerous. You just can try to make it as least dangerous as possible. And now we can get the spoils of the tower and the gold that's out here. Now, I told you guys this before. I'm gonna tell you again. When you open these chests or break them, piglins can come. We're just gonna be ready. I'm gonna open it, close it. I hear nothing. We're good. So now I can freely look through and get whatever in here I find to be valuable. This is gilded blackstone. Gilded blackstone can be kind of cool and nice because it is a rare decorative block. You can only get it from Bastion. So we're gonna grab that. We'll grab the bone blocks. I'll fill up on golden carrots. Why not? Magma cream is not bad. And these towers always have two sides to them. Here's the other side. We went up one side, we're gonna go down the other, and we should hit one more double chest or two single chests here as well. We picked up a Soul Speed 2 book. They're not super useful. It makes you run a little bit faster if you're running on Soul Sand. I don't really use it, but it is something cool, rare, and unique. We unfortunately did not find a pig step disc, and I do believe that we have now looted all of the chests that exist here in the Bastion, in this Bastion anyway. All right, I have made my way back home. I did stop at one other Bastion, didn't have anything good though. And we got a couple valuable things out of this trip. We got the gold blocks, already put those away. We got the rib armor trim, some ancient debris, some netherite ingots, so we can start making some netherite armor. And we got our netherite smithing templates. Now I do, and some blaze rods, a couple of little things too. Now I want to show you guys real quick how to use these. We'll probably go over it again in a netherite like farming episode that I do, but I feel it's appropriate to show you now too. Step number one is if you already have any kind of ancient debris, go ahead and bring it with you and smelt it down into netherite scrap. That's what's going to pop out of here once it's done smelting. Now, once you have enough netherite scrap, make sure you have some gold on you. Go over to a crafting table. Make sure you have your gold set into ink, turn into ingots. And the recipe for making netherite ingots is 4 scrap and 4 ingots. In this case, we have enough to make 8 more ingots. Now, we're going to want to come down here to our smithing table. Oh, actually, I need another crafting table first because we need to craft some copies of our netherite upgrade template. We're going to put it in the middle. We're going to put netherrack, I think, here in the top. And I think you surround it with diamonds. That's not it. Does it like this? There we go. I had to swap them. So now we can make copies of our netherite template. So this will get us 2 copies. I'm going to take those out. Now we have 4. I'm going to throw those 4 back in. We're going to make copies of those 4. Now we have 8. I'm going to throw those 8 back in. And I'm going to make copies again. And that'll bring us to 16. That's going to be more than enough for what we need. Be 100% sure that you do not use your last smithing template, because once you use it, you can't get it back. Because what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to the smithing table. We're going to throw in our smithing templates, making sure we leave the one right here. Let's throw in our smithing template. Let's throw in a piece of gear that we want to upgrade, and let's throw in our ingots. Now, as you can see, it'll show us a little preview here. We now have a helmet, a chest piece, pants, boots, all of our tools, our sword. But look at us. We now have netherite. And if you're curious, the same process applies for making copies of your armor trims as well. Although each armor trim will take a different item to copy it, and we may go over that in a future episode, but you can copy your armor trims too. Anyways, now that we're kitted out, hopefully you found some use and value in this episode. It was definitely a fun one to do. Hopefully I gave you guys some good information. If you enjoyed today's episode, the like button is down below. Go ahead and give it a click. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.